Right, guys, welcome back to the Star Sports Zoom room, and it is the first one of the flat season. Bill, thanks for joining us. Flynn, once again. And who needs Davy Russell when you've got Silvestre De Sousa? Silvestre, welcome back. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Luke. And no, has been a long time, but we're back here for another season.
The fourth year in a row. You'll get less for many crimes, but look, we're delighted you're back with us for a fourth year. Great to see you riding a winner today at Lingfield. You'll be wearing our branding on your breeches soon. The bond and the brand's getting stronger and stronger. Just how's things been for you? Because obviously a bit of a change of direction in your career. The King Power relationship comes to an end. You've gone freelance. I bet you're sort of excited at all the opportunities that presents.
Absolutely, yeah. It's an exciting season for me in going freelance again. And I've been riding out more than ever, and everywhere in Newmarket. Simon Christoph, Emmy Murphy, Alice Haynes, and whatever way they need me, and I'm about. Chris Dwyer, and it's just trying to shop around again and get as many rides I can for the season, and trying to do a good achieve.
Winners. That's what it's all about at the moment. I see.
Yes.
Just get out there and get as many rides as you can and build some momentum as we go.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Well, I hope all the viewers are on for the title.
Absolutely.
Right.
He's won a Lincoln already, so he's had a good start.
I was about to say on that note, everyone considers the Lincoln to the start of the flat season, but being a jumps man, I always think Guinea's weekend. That's when you think that. Everything's out the way. Aintrie's gone, Cheltenham's gone, and the Guineas weekend for me is the sort of the flagship start of the season. So we'll get straight into it, and we'll go straight into the 2000 Guineas. A quick show of betting, and I'll come to you first, Bill, if you will. But the all-conquering Native Trail for the Godolphin team, who's won the Dewhurst, came back out, won the Craven, is the 10 to 11 favourite with us. Caribus, who's 2 from 3, is in a 9 to 2. Luxembourg for Aidan O'Brien, who's managed to win this race 10 times, is 5 to 1. Perfect Power, who won the Greenham for Richard Farr, is 10 to 1. Point Longsdale 12, 20 to 1. Duwari Legend. Bill, there's been some greats over the years that have won this race. Native Trail's looking to sort of join that pantheon. At 10 to 11, he's the right price to be a great. Does he deserve to be that short? I wouldn't say he's workmanlike, but he always has that moment where you think, oh, and then he gets it done, doesn't he?
No, it's exciting. It's the time of year when bubbles are burst, and all the big guns, like you say, have made it to the big day so far. We'll find out a lot more about Native Trail. He won a Dewhurst, like you say. He won a Craven. It's a tale of 2 Godolphin horses drawn on either flank, one in 15. Native Trail and Caribus. They've done nothing wrong. It's just, for me, they'd be horses I want to take on. Particularly, it looks like we're going to get very quick ground. The stalls are down the centre. They're on either flank. Look, they've done nothing wrong, but they're the first 2 spots in the betting. And then the next 2 spots are filled by Coolmore horses. So you've got Luxembourg and Point Lonsdale. I probably prefer Point Lonsdale at the prices of the Coolmore horses. But for me, I think they're take honourable. The thing I don't like about Native Trail is that moment he comes off the bridle at about 2 out. I'd just be a tiny bit worried on faster ground. Look, if he was 4-5 to 1, I want to back him, but at evens or odds on, I'll take him on. The 2 horses I like in the 2000 Guineas at big prices. One's a monster.
Don't start another year. The only horse I'm going to put up is going to be, you're going to put up Duwari Legend, aren't you?
No chance.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not going to put up that. I like Eden.
Okay. Yeah.
The Field and Stakes
20 to
for
1.
Roger Varian. Line through an Andrew Balling horse, Michaela or whatever. Aiden was a really good, impressive winner of the Field and Stakes. He's straightforward, stays, handle the fast ground, had the run under his belt. He shouldn't be 25 to 1. I think he'll run really well. I don't know whether you're offering 4 places, but he's got a massive chance. And the other one, an insult of a price, is Berkshire Shadow at 80 to 1. You've got a Coventry Stakes winner for Andrew Balding, who won on rattling fast ground at Ascot on the first day of the meeting last year. 80 to 1, was 4th to Native Trail in the Dewhurst when given too much to do. Look, I think he'll stay a mile. I think he'll run really well. And those 2 will do it for me, Aiden and Berkshire Shadow.
Sylv, you used to spend a lot of time at Mr. Andrew Balding's yard. 80-1 chance for Bill Esdaile. What are your thoughts on Berkshire Shadow? And of the Godolphin 2, which do you prefer?
I don't go for any of them. I go for Point Lonsdale, Frankie. I think is a fantastic ride, and 14-1. I think that's the only one can upset the rest.
That, Bill, why do you need to waffle on? That's how you do it. That's my tip. You don't need to worry about the rest. To be fair, you did mention Point Lonsdale in your piece, but Point Lonsdale, a definitive pick for Silvestre, Aidan and Berkshire Shadow for Bill. Flynn, welcome to the flat party. How's it been in the office on the lead up to this race? What specials have you got for us, and what are you avoiding or looking to take on?
So I'll just do some offers first. So we have the standard pips offer, which we run at all of the kind of decent meetings and all the ITV races. So get up to £50 back as a free bet on all live ITV races if you finish second and you're beaten by a neck or less. So if you are pipped to the post, and then you'll get your money back for a nifty as a free bet. We're also running our new offer, which we have all over the place for the jumps, for the kind of longer races, but we're trialing one for the flat for these big races, and it's going to be called Mind the Gap. So get up to £25 back as a free bet if you have an each way bet, if your horse finishes out of the places, but within 5 lengths of the winner. So that will be for 5 lengths of the winner for races between 5 furlongs and 1 mile, 2 furlongs, and then 1 mile, 3 furlongs and further will be within 10 lengths of the winner. But obviously the Guineas being a mile will be within 5 lengths of the winner. So an opportunity to have an each way bet in what is quite a nice each way race to be playing in. And you could potentially get some money back if you finish fairly close to the winner. In terms of where the money's been going, it's been all about Native Trail. As you can imagine, he's the only loser in the book. And I would imagine he's just going to get an even big loser on the day. This could be, if he does win this could be one of the times you're actually taking around evens 10 to 11 on Native Trail. You can see him going off shorter in other races, obviously bar the Derby if he goes to there. But it's literally all been about one horse. In terms of market movers, the one that Bill mentioned, Adon, has been backed into 16-1 from 33. So a lot of money for that variant one. And there's actually been money for a variant one in the 1,000 guineas, which we'll come on to later. The one that I like in the race is Check and Challenge, ridden by Danny Tudhope, who I love. I love Danny Tudhope when he's in the saddle, trained by William Knight. Horse that looks like he's going to love the stiff mail. He won at Newcastle as he liked last time out. He did hit a little flat spot, and then when he got a little niggle, he did just come back onto the bridle beautifully and won really, really nicely. I thought that the stiff mile at Newmarket could suit him, and I wouldn't rule out Perfect Power each way either. The trip would be the worry there. When you look at horses that Perfect Power's being Castle Star, Go Bears Go, who actually came out and won well on his reappearance the other day, he looks really classy. So those would be the two each way for me, but I would imagine that Native Trail is the one that all the punters are going to be with here.
Don't mention Go Bears Go being beat by Perfect Power. You got the person who rode Go Bears Go in the bottom hand corner. You don't want to mention bad memories. He's
only just forgotten about it.
I'll have nightmares tonight.
Yeah, it's taken him nearly 12 months to get over it.
Absolutely.
So I've got so many bad memories, they all just wash off the back anyway now. But yeah, it's all about Native Trail. And if those of you that do watch ITV, that we're well renowned for taking those big bets, and I would expect some 6-figure bets to come flying in on Saturday afternoon. So Flynn will be getting them across. Right, let's move on to the 1,000 guineas. The girls have their chance on Sunday afternoon. Show of betting, Temperism for Aidan O'Brien. She's 2 from 2. She won the Cheveley Park Stakes. She's the 5-2 favourite. 9-2 Discoveries for Jessie Harrington. 5-1 Tuesday for Aidan O'Brien. 13-2 Malave. The French Raider comes over 13-2. I'm sure Bill will have a line into the French Raider. Mise en Scène and Wild Beauty are both 10-1 chances. Silv, I'll come to you because you ride Flash Betty in this, who's 100-1 chance. She ran 18 times as a 2-year-old. I thought I'd read that wrong. I went back in. Is that the most any 2-year-old has ever run? And was someone on some commission for every time she had a run?
I think I'll be safe in that seat, to be honest, because she has the most experience than any other field in the field, And
she wasn't disgraced in the Nell Gwyn behind Cachet either, was she?
No, but I like her. I think she's a proper black type filly, but with a bit of give on the ground, and we get the best of her. I don't know how the ground going to be. Looks going to be quick, and we are in the deep end. We give a go, but I was impressed with Roger Verry's filly. last week, a couple of weeks ago, and when she won with David Egan. So I think she could have a good go up there. She's 16-1, I think. So, and you know, I was quite impressive. She's number one. Amena, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Amena.
Bill, wide open.
Yeah, wide open. I think we might have a few surprises when it comes to, we're doing this before declarations. I think the ground's a worry for a lot of these runners. French Raiders, you know, I'm going to talk about French Raiders in a second, but whether or not Esdaile will be declared, the Andre Fab horse, you know, that all the forms on very soft ground. And I know there's and ahhing over Jesse Harrington's horse Discoveries, whether that will definitely line up or not if the ground got rattling fast. I do like one of the French Raiders here. I like Malaveth, Monsieur Graffard's filly. I thought she was really good in America last year when she was just touched up in the Breeders' Cup juvenile fillies turf. And then she made a really good reappearance on very kind of heavy ground over 7. I think she'll run really well. I think she's around 7-1. Obviously, the Aidan O'Brien horse is going to be a tough filly to crack. I think she's the one to beat.
Right, Flynn, busy race. Which has been the busier of the two? The 1,000, the 2,000, the 2,000, I assume.
Yeah, definitely the 2,000 Guineas. This is more of a muddling race, doesn't it? With the short one in Spiral coming out just at the back of the last week. The money has been for the one that Silvestre just mentioned, the Maynard. That was backed in from 40-1 into 25. It's now 16. So we've been taking 20-1 about this horse. So some real strength behind the Varian runner here. I really like Discoveries. Is there background noise? Is that me?
Who's that background noise?
One step.
Oh, yes. We won't be editing this out. There you go.
Okay.
So, don't worry, it's only a yellow card on this occasion.
Sorry.
But
No
it's not
doors.
about your voice. It's obviously your clone in the background, Sil, that's talking.
But just recap, Flynn, the 20s into about 7s, right?
9 to 7. It was 40 into 16. So Maynard's the one they've been coming for. I thought you were talking about the other French horse. Sorry. No. Discoveries is the one I really like. Full sisters to Alpha Centauri. I know Bill said about the ground, but Master Craftmans don't tend to breed fast ground horses, but Alpha Centauri used to love it. So I'm hoping that Discoveries does come over for this race for Jess Harrington. It's jocked up with Shane Foley. Beat Tuesday on her second start, had Homeless Songs behind her at the Curragh in September. Like I say, should like the ground. She's absolutely massive. She's a brute of a horse, a little bit like Alpha Centauri was. So hopefully Discoveries can get the job done. I'm just not sure whether it's going to be the right test for Tenebrism. And like I say, when you get to Tuesday and the like, Discovery's already beaten her. So it would be Discoveries for me. And if you wanted a little save on the Varian horse each way, I would not put you off.
Great. Well, that's the two big races covered. We'll just quickly touch on the Pretty Polly because, Sylv, you've got a fantastic chance on Golden Mayhaw for Amy Murphy in here. Quinella to beat, who was impressive at the Craven meeting. But yeah, your amount, she's about a 7-1 chance with us, 7-8-1 every chance. What can you tell us?
I think she's a very smart filly, and she doesn't have much mileage on. Obviously, she got a whole legal problem last year. But she got over that. She ran a good race at Kempton. And I was impressed with the way she finished. And I always liked the filly. And I think she's in the right race. And I think I go there with a life chance.
Good. Well, good luck. She looks to have a real good chance in that race. So that's your best chance of the weekend covered. The two main races. And to finish off, I'm going to come to you now, Bill, for your two best bets of the weekend. Non-Guineas, please.
Non-Guineas. First thing, I love it when Silv sways his chair and all the trophies appear behind him. As he rocks his shoulder,
bit Bond, doesn't he?
Silv, you move your chair. Look at all the trophies as they appear. Other way. Look at them. Millions of them.
They're not his. They're the boys.
Yeah.
I think it's Ryan's one. It's Ryan's
trophies. Yes, yeah, exactly. The two best bets of the weekend, right? So probably the best short one, I thought Twilight Calls would win the Palace House on Saturday. Okay. He's a horse that broke mine and Silv's heart last year when he did King of Stars at Newmarket on fast ground. we were trying to give him £5 and he didn't, but he looks a real monster. Won really well at the track last time and looks to be going places. That's Twilight Calls is the best short one. And a slightly left field big price one on the Saturday in the 150 at Newmarket. Very competitive, 6 furlong looking handicap. There's a horse that used to be with Charlie Hill called Persuasion that makes his connection, his debut for Shrewd Connections, the Barron Yard. And
20 to 1.
He won first up last season over 7 on fast ground, then lost his way. They're exactly the kind of yard that will rekindle him. Only a couple of pounds higher here. He's in at the deep end, but I thought Persuasion at around 20 to 1 was more than fair as your each way bet for the weekend.
Thank you very much. And Flynn, just you wrap us up then with, from a trading point of view, you'll be in the thick of it. What are you looking to take on, and what do you think you can get beat? And just an overall view of your weekend, please.
I mean, whether we can get a beat is another question, but I think Native Trail will be the one that we take on. Does have question marks there, does look a superstar, but does have a slight niggle that he does find a bit of a flat spot. So I'd imagine that'll be the one that we will be taking on. In terms of what the weekend looks like, I've actually got the weekend off, so I won't be in the thick of it. I'll be up in London somewhere in a pub watching the racing. So
it looks like you're in a prison. It looks like you're in a prison cell at the moment. So I don't know where you are at the moment.
I mean, the office can be called that sometimes, to be fair, Bill. So you're not far off.
Well, if Native Trail gets beat, maybe we could afford a picture or anything to go in the background, or we could maybe buy some of Steele's stuff in the background. But guys, that's the first flat season Zoom room. It's going to be great fun all summer. We've got lots to look forward to. Silv, good luck in the 1000. We'll be cheering you on in the Pretty Polly. Bill, you had plenty of big prize winners on the jumps, and let's hope you can carry it on to the flat with guys, with whatever you're backing all weekend on the Guineas, please enjoy it. Please get yourself to the site. There's lots of specials up there, and the guys will look after you. All the best of luck.